Good afternoon, everyone. I'm your moderator for the Bos Auto Show, Glorious Liu. With me is the owner of Bos Auto Group in Quincy, Paul Hu. He'll be answering questions for us over the next 45 minutes about car buying. You can visit Bos Auto website at www.bosautogroup.com. Also, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook on social media. This month, Bos Auto has a lot of special deals that we post on social media. Please do not miss them. Follow the account BOSAUTO Bos Auto. If you would like to ask a question, please call in and speak to Paul directly. Dial 781-837-4900. It's 781-837-4900. Now welcome Paul. Today is finally the weekend time and it's cloudy, but we have a good temperature today. It's not winter yet, so we can enjoy the weather for maybe 2 weeks for now. And
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. I like the weather today. Not too hot, not too cold.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. We're back again this weekend. It's in a fine afternoon. How are you doing, Glorious?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Yeah, although we don't have a sunny
Oh, I
weather
take
today.
this all day long.
Yeah, but we have our show today. Yeah. Last week we have our audience call in and ask about leasing, right?
Yes.
That's your professional area. And we learned a lot from you last week. This week, I think our audience, and I'm also very excited to listen to your professional advice about buying cars.
Thank you.
Buying a car, especially from dealership, right? Like
Yeah.
Bos Auto. So let's first start with the numbers. What is the percentage of people in your dealership leasing and buying cars? Can you compare? If you
I
remember?
would say actual purchase, either pay cash or finance, they're at least 60%, 70%, they're buying it.
Oh, more than half of people.
Oh, yeah. People nowadays are still in the mood of owning this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember last week when you talk about leasing cars, it's more about flexible, right? Flexibility.
Yeah.
You have to know, maybe you are moving some days, so you're not in the rush of buying cars. So probably you will choose leasing the car rather than buying. And for me, I think, because I haven't bought a car before, so from 0 to 1, you are a car owner. That's a big step, right?
It is.
Right. So maybe can you go through some of the
It's complicated.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting, actually. I think I just heard the people are talking about nervous, anxiety about COVID. Yes, I mean, it's pretty much almost the same thing when first purchase experience.
Yeah.
You're almost in the same mood. That's your anxiety, that you don't know what you're walking into. You don't know what's it like owning a car. Maybe a family member has a car, you've been, riding around. But actually owning a car is a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you have to take care of a car, to polish it, right?
Yeah, and what if the car breaks down?
Yeah.
That's a lot of people worry about. What if I don't get the loan approved? What if this, that? There's a lot of prospect that people are worried about nowadays. To actually purchase a car isn't that bad, or actually owning a car. You get you get to enjoy it. You get to drive it around. You go to see friends in next town or over. You go to work with it. Yeah, it's everybody now, I would say, would need a car almost if you are living like South Shore, like Marshfield. It's not really a lot of public transportation available. And public transportation, a lot of people are taking a second look at it. Are they still, at this time, at this particular moment, are they inclined? Are they inclined to take a public transportation? A lot of people, I think I've talked about this in last couple of shows. A lot of clients come to us. Oh, I don't need much. I don't need fancy. I just need a small car like a Ford Focus. Just drive me around.
Yeah.
That's good enough. We have a lot of those inquiries.
Yeah, so buying a car basically like you have more control of time, of a car.
You mean the client?
Yeah, the client. Yeah.
Yes. As the individual, whoever owns the car, yeah, if you purchase the car, pretty much that's your property. You can do whatever you want with it.
So,
instead of leasing one that's somebody else's property, you kind of have to. It's like a rental car.
Yeah.
It's a long-term rental. It's like you leasing apartment. Same thing. You got to return it to the same condition when you get it. A lot of people actually tend to care more when they drive their own car. It's their almost the second largest purchase or investment in their life.
Yeah.
Obviously, when people buying a car, they consider a lot.
Of course.
How many people are in the family? What do I need the car for? So on and so forth. Yeah.
Just a lot to think about, take into account, right?
Yeah, very much.
Yeah, last week you talked about your first car, like the first leasing car. It's the BMW, right?
Yep.
Maybe let's start with your personal story. Like, what's your first owned car?
In the United States?
Yeah. And what motivated you to buy the car? Maybe you can inspire
I
us.
always wanted to own my own car since I'm like 9-10 years old. I was dreaming from that day. Actually, when I was like 10 years old, like we were on a family trip, a road trip. So they park the car, they go to the gas station, and then everybody go to the bathroom, they go to the market, left me in the car waiting to pump the gas. And we've seen it every single day, so it's no stranger to that. After the gas is pumped, I replaced the nozzle. I hop in the car. I saw people behind waiting in the line. I moved the car.
Wow.
It's a manual car. I moved the car.
At such a young age.
And when my parents came out, they look, where's the car? They thought it's stolen. and they watched me on the side of the parking lot and it's waving at them. They're like, what are you doing? So yes, I've.
So you have a talent driving.
Not a talent. I'm very, very interested in car once. It's like so small. I'm always around cars.
Wow.
Yeah, when I first bought a car is when I just got here. We go to college at UMass Boston, and then even I was living in Harbor Point. It's literally across street from the school, from the campus, right? I still feel like, you know what? I wanted a car. So I'm in the market searching for it. I was on Craigslist. I was on Cars.com, Auto Trader. I went to dealership. It took me about 5 days doing all the studies from everywhere. And I decided to fly to Nebraska, Lincoln.
Wow.
Because there's a Saab 93 over there. I was very interested. It's a beautiful car. It's 1 year old. Has literally, I think, 5,000 miles on it, 6,000 miles on it. It's a great deal. It's a Lexus dealer, owned it. I had no idea how to buy a car. I called the dealership. Is the car available? I made appointments. I had my buddy pick me up at airport because there's no flight next to like Lincoln, Nebraska. So I went there. I showed up. It's the beautiful Lexus dealership. I showed up. the deal was negotiated. PNS was signed, purchase and sales agreement. And when I hand him a personal check, he's like, "What's going on? I'm not going to take a personal check of it's such big amount."
Yeah.
And we struggled a little bit here and there with the dealership, with the manager. Took me like 6 hours to get out of there.
Wow.
After a 6-hour flight.
Very first time buying a car, but you came through.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will continue your story after a break. Right?
Oh, okay.
It's such an interesting story. And here on 95.9 WATD, we'll come back with the show with Paul. And we will see you right back.
So, you're in the market for a pre-owned vehicle? Buy it at Bos Auto. Bos Auto in Quincy has a fantastic selection of pre-owned vehicles, both luxury and economic. BMW, Audi, and Porsche, Honda, Toyota, and Nissan. They search nationally for the very best vehicles so you can drive home with the best value. And right now at Bos Auto, you can get behind the wheel of the pre-owned vehicle of your dreams with affordable finance rates, maybe even lower than 3. That's right, meaning just a few $100 a month. Visit BosAutoGroup.com, BOSAutogroup.com, and check out their huge selection of pre-owned vehicles. They'll buy your car, take your trade, or even work on consignment. Bos Auto has an incredible lineup of domestic and foreign vehicles, even rare finds like Ferrari. Search online and see for yourself why you should book your next car buying experience with Bos Auto. They're open for appointments Monday through Friday, 10 to 7. Book yours at BosAutoGroup.com, BosAutoGroup.com.
Your moderator, continuing our discussion with Paul Hu, the owner of Bos Auto Group. You can visit Bos Auto website at www.bosautogroup.com. Also, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook. This month, Bos Auto has a lot of special deals that we post on social media. Check them online and follow our accounts. It's BOSAUTO, Bos Auto. And please dial in if you have any question. We are talking about buying cars from dealership today. Please dial in, call in at 781-837-4900. The number is 781-837-4900. And you can also check our newest podcast on Spotify. Just search Bos Auto, BOSAUTO, and listen to our shows. We talk about trade-in and how Bos Auto handle COVID-19 and revise our marketing strategies. And today, just continue our discussion with Paul. We are talking about buying cars. And let's just make it clear, like buying cars have a lot of kind, right? You have buying new cars, buying used cars from the dealership, and maybe you can share some of your professional insight of that.
Yeah, or go back to the story we were talking about.
Your very first time buying a car.
That car was a 1-year-old pre-owned Saab 93. The GM no longer making them anymore. I bought it from a Lexus dealership. So it's a pre-owned car.
It's not the same company.
Yeah, so it's a pre-owned car. It's nothing wrong with it. It goes through college with me, and I still love it. But it's the maintenance on that car is just crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. So as far as buying a new car or a pre-owned car, a used car, some people refer to. I personally like pre-owned car. It's just because pretty much I'm paying 50 cents on the dollar for stuff that's 2-year new, 3-year new. And the car is depreciating nowadays like a lot.
Really fast. Right?
Yeah, and if I have to, I do bought new cars before, right? Even after I get into the business, I still bought new cars. I couldn't get over that excitement that this is the new car, it just came out. Even myself, I've bought those new cars as well. But after all, I think I enjoy pre-owned car more than a new car. Money is one prospect. The most important thing to me is I feel like if I can spend almost a Toyota money nowadays to buy a BMW, and then I get the same quality the Mercedes or BMW that offered, why not?
Yeah.
Right? It's
Great deal. Right?
great deal, and then the total cost of the ownership is really comes down to what I would need. If I'm spending 5,000 a year to maintaining a Toyota, or if I'm spending 7,000 to own a Mercedes, I'll look at the cost and be like, if I spent just $2,000 more, I can own a Mercedes. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? And I get to drive a better car in terms of luxury options, this and that.
Just feel better.
Oh yeah, and looks better.
Yeah.
And looks better. Believe me, I'm young. When I was in college, I want to look, sleek. I want to look fresh.
You want to be the star in the group.
Not particularly be the star, but I wanted to look good.
Yeah.
I was a kid, and with that money that I had, I think that's the only option I can get. I'm not interested in to buy a Toyota Corolla when I could afford a Mercedes E-Class. So that's
everyone will choose Mercedes.
No,
at least for me.
yeah, and you have your own choice. And Toyota is not a bad car. I quite frankly, I love Toyota myself. I've owned a Toyota before, a couple of different Toyotas. Used car, new car, it's a car. Some people can't stand the new car smell. It has those fresh leather.
Yeah.
So that's maybe another reason they went to the used car. And a lot of people that just, I have to drive new car every year or every 2 years. It's your choice, I guess.
Yeah. Just let us remind our audience, everyone is at their unique stages in their lives. So you have your own options. Right? You can choose whatever you want. Just make it clear when you consider buying a car. Are you buying a new car or are you buying a used car? You have to think about it. But you can always consult professionals, right?
You always can consult us or consult relative, friends, whoever knows about cars. It's easier for you to say that, right? But even for me, car purchase was never a easy choice. And I would say 60 to 70% of the car buyers out there are emotional buyers. Emotional. Pay attention to this word, emotional buyers. They'll go to a good dealership, or they just, for example, this beautiful day today, they're taking their convertible out. They drive around. It's probably last time of the year they can drive it up here, unless we go to Florida. I drive around. I stopped at a Mercedes Hanover right around the corner, right? I looked at, there's a SUV. Beautiful car. They just came out. Let me check it out. I don't have an appointment. I go in there. Okay, the dealership welcomed me, showed me the car. Okay. And then maybe because I think winter is coming, that car is brand new, and the salesperson is nice to me, or simply today is the beautiful day.
Yeah, lots of factors.
A lot of factors could work, but it's emotional. I never thought about I could have bought a car today in whatever, right? So people might just walk out the dealership with that car, the car that he just looked at 3 hours ago.
Wow.
It happens every single day.
I've seen a lot of examples like that.
Yeah, it's a lot of people bought cars like that. So yeah, emotional buying. It's hard to tell people when I really want something at that moment. To hold on, stop. Let's look at numbers. No. At that time, you don't want to look at number. You just want to drive that car out of that dealership that day. It's emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah, or any other purchases. You bought a Gucci bag. You bought a stuff like that.
Yeah.
You bought a nice watch. It's all emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
No
Yeah.
problem.
So I think many people are also wondering like where to buy the special used cars, because I saw many private sellers online, and I know like we talked before, buying cars from private sellers might be dangerous, right? There are
It
some
is.
hidden points.
It is. As far as if you want to buy a car from a private party, you don't know, or I mean, he's not professional. He happened to own this car that you're looking for. You looked at it. Maybe you think it's a good deal.
Being emotional at that moment.
Emotional. If the guy is nice enough, give you a cup of coffee when you show up, or whatever the case is. You go there. You look at the car. I would say most people don't know what they're looking at, or the word are they looking for, per se. Inspection. I mean, even myself, I've bought cars that I didn't pay enough attention myself. So you could make mistake. And go back to the point when we mentioned in the beginning, it's the second largest purchase. So you don't want to make mistake.
Yeah.
You want to make sure the car, at least quality-wise, right? You could be emotional about what car you want, but at least it's a good quality car. So private buyers, maybe you have title issues. The car could be in very big accident you never can discover. Or maybe I've seen very good example of people bought a very nice car from a friend of his, and they're both happy. The car is staying within the same circle. You know, okay, this guy owned this car for how long? He's been taking care of it. It could have happened either way.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't like search for between private to private, because you're not. Let's just say you bought a car that has some lemon issues. The other party is probably not going to work with you
After you buy it.
after you bought a car, because you bought the car and then you go into a small claim, a lot of financial headache. So yeah, that's my opinion.
Yeah, so you would suggest our audience to go to like a official dealership and just to.
Or I would say a reliable source. Like I said, private party, if it's a friend of yours,
yeah.
you know the history of the car, you know the guy. He's not gonna scam
Trick
you.
you or anything.
He's not gonna scam you. Especially nowadays with COVID, people are trying every single thing. People are desperate. A lot of scam out there. Or certified pre-owned car.
Yeah, we will talk about that later.
Oh, okay.
Certified pre-owned car.
Okay, great. Or a brand new car from an authorized dealer.
Oh.
There's a lot of ways of buying a car.
Lots of options.
A lot of options.
Yeah, so just don't stick to just private owner. Just search around, do your homework, right, before buying a car. It's your second biggest property.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And always, do you recommend our audience just checking and test driving the car before?
Oh yeah,
buying
of
it?
course. You want to make sure that's the car you like to begin with, right?
Yeah.
I would say, even you go out to buy a pair of shoes,
Yeah.
you want to test it, you want to feel it, you want to look at it, how it looks on you. So test drive is important, but I would say more importantly is to ask questions. Whatever you feel like you might want to ask. But the most important thing is ask the questions that related to the car history. related to either if you're financing with the finance institute, interest rate, right? The after sale. For example, the if I have to service it, where you can service it, or just simple stuff like if you own the car after this purchase,
what would you care about?
yeah, like what's your worry?
Yeah, worries, right.
Yeah, what's the anxiety that before you went to that particular dealership or the private party or whomever, before you go to look at the car, before you go test drive, ask the questions that you want to ask.
Yeah. Great hints to our audience, and we'll go in a short break, and then we'll come back with our discussion.
Okay, sure.
So, you're in the market for a pre-owned vehicle? Buy it at Bos Auto. Bos Auto in Quincy has a fantastic selection of pre-owned vehicles, both luxury and economic. BMW, Audi, and Porsche, Honda, Toyota, and Nissan. They search nationally for the very best vehicles so you can drive home with the best value. And right now at Bos Auto, you can get behind the wheel of the pre-owned vehicle of your dreams with affordable finance rates, maybe even lower than 3. That's right, meaning just a few $100 a month. Visit BosAutoGroup.com, BOSAutogroup.com, and check out their huge selection of pre-owned vehicles. They'll buy your car, take your trade, or even work on consignment. Bos Auto has an incredible lineup of domestic and foreign vehicles, even rare finds like Ferrari. Search online and see for yourself why you should book your next car buying experience with Bos Auto. They're open for appointments Monday through Friday, 10 to 7. Book yours at BosAutoGroup.com, BosAutoGroup.com.
Back to our Bos Auto show. Here we have the owner of Bos Auto Group, Paul Hu. You can visit Bos Auto website at www.bosautogroup.com and check our Instagram and Facebook on social media. The account is BOSAUTO, Bos Auto. And if you want to speak to Paul directly, please dial in. It's 781-837-4900. The number is 781-837-4900. And we have our podcast on Spotify. Just search Bos Auto. It's BOSAUTO. And then you can listen to all our shows in the past about trading and everything about car buying and the car business. And continuing our discussion, Paul, about buying cars. Buying new cars, buying used cars is the biggest step you're gonna take in your life. And once I buy the car, like, would you recommend bringing into auto body shop just to check in? And before with Charlie we talk about the independent inspection company, and also I want to remind our audience, Bos Auto buy your cars even though you didn't buy from Bos Auto. So always go to our dealership and ask Paul. Right.
If I'm not around, or Charlie, whomever, I'm sure we can accommodate that. On top of that, we're not only buying their cars, we will pay highest dollar amount
in the market.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter where the car is, by the way. We can come to you as well. So we want to look at the car, inspect the car actually during the buying process before you sign anything. With a lot of people nowadays, we're buying cars. I can see clients coming in, they bring their own mechanic. And they're worried about this condition, that is oil leak, is tire okay, does the car pass inspection. So I would strongly suggest, if the dealership you're dealing with are letting you to bring your own tools, mechanic, that's great. But I don't think people would allow you to bring their assets, their cars, to some other place to inspect.
Oh.
I don't think so, but it might just ask. It doesn't hurt to ask, right? So, but if you bring your own mechanic, I don't think they will say no unless the car has a problem, right? And if you worries about new cars, make sure you check them as well, because I've seen cases that people got scammed with new cars.
Oh.
Even it's new,
That
never
happens.
registered. Oh yeah, even during the transportation, the car getting crashed, fall off from the transportation truck, anything can happen nowadays, right? So make sure you check them. And then after you test drove the car, you like the car, you think the car's quality is good, and make sure you ask what the dealership offers as far as warranty goes. If they say, okay, the car is after it's like before 2006 or 2007, and it's not qualified for lemon law. It's only not like implying a warranty, so it's as good as it stands, and once you drive off the lots, you're on your own. There are those kind of dealers out there or cars out there. Or ask them, do they offer extended warranty? Certified pre-owned car with the regular pre-owned car has extended warranty are the same. Again, certified pre-owned car depends on which manufacturer, are pretty much same with you bought a extended warranty on your pre-owned car. Extended warranty can be bought at the time or after the sale, within a couple of days. Depends on what company. Okay. So that's just like how you buy a insurance for your house, healthcare, and everything else. If anything goes wrong, they'll fix it. If not, when you don't need it, you can cancel it. It's just another insurance to think about.
Yeah, since you mentioned certified pre-owned cars, that's another area, and I understand that it might be a little bit expensive. For
It will
pre-owned
be, yes,
car.
of
Yeah,
course.
but does it work? Just spending, more expensive price to select a certified pre-owned cars instead of used cars?
If, let's just say, if I'm a car geek, I know everything about this car. I can fix this car myself. I don't see that is necessary. But if I'm very busy, I work 2 jobs, I have family members, I have kids. Oh yeah, I would like to have a car has certified, and whenever I go to get a car serviced, I have a loaner car.
Yeah.
Then we offer that. Once you have that, it's like you have a peace of mind, and you're not gonna worry about it anymore. It's simply just gonna be, it's a problem, call the dealership, drop off the car, get a loaner, go back to your normal work. It's probably like
Very short.
very for 5 minutes, the job
Yeah.
is done, or 10 minutes. Certify, sometime it's worth it. Sometime, not every single one. Toyota, I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's too much, right? The car is great condition already, and they make good cars. It doesn't mean they don't break, but it's so little money to fix them. That's what people think. Mercedes, I would definitely get extended warranty or get a certified pre-owned,
35.
because the spark plug on the Toyota is probably cost you $20.
Oh,
Okay, it's not too bad. But a spark plug on a Mercedes is $60,
Oh, it's 4
They're
times.
relatively our same parts, right? But they are not available at lower price.
Yeah.
And Toyota has 4-cylinder, 4 spark plug. That's $80. I can deal with that. Mercedes have 8
Oh.
spark plug with an 8-cylinder engine.
When you do the math, it's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. And people can work on Mercedes, not too many. I can work on Toyota myself. I'll be great. I'm all set, right?
Yeah.
So you look at the cost of the ownership here. Does it worth to get extended warranty or certified car? Sure. I would get on Mercedes all day.
Yeah.
I just don't want the financial headache or to worry about it. And with us, with Bos Auto, we offered this 3365. What it means is within 30 days of the purchase, whatever problem you had with the car, we'll buy the car back.
Oh. Wow.
Okay, so obviously you can't drive 10-20,000 miles in 30 days and then get us all the money back. In relatively the same condition, if the car has some issues that unfortunately, I'm sorry that we didn't found out until the car was.
But it's rarely happens, right?
It's really but we're offering this just to offer everybody a peace of mind.
Yeah, like a protection.
Yeah,
to
so
buy
you
the
don't need to
car.
worry about, okay, the car has a quality issue. Or if the car does has quality issue. Again, the quality issue is not on the dealership. I don't produce those cars.
Yeah, yes.
Unfortunately, I just moving them, right? So what we can do is, okay, sure, I'll cancel the sale. If you want to sell this car back to us, sure, no problem. Or you want to trade for some other car, no problem. You get all the money for whatever you pay for this car within same
Wow.
days. 365 means, 365 days a year. We will take your trade every single day. Means we will always want to buy our car back. That's how much confidence we have in our cars. So it's just another protection for clients to think about.
Yeah, so for our audience, if you are thinking to, sell your cars or whatever your needs, just call Bos Auto and, speak to Paul directly.
More,
in
yeah.
person.
Oh, yeah. Or we have a lot of sales associates
Yeah,
available.
of course. Very
Yeah.
professional.
Yeah.
So approaching the end to our show, do you have any, any personal stories or any situation you want to remind our audience to avoid when buying cars and, just the topic we talk about today? Some key points.
Some
to
key
take-
points.
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure you like the car first.
Mhm.
Make sure you ask the questions you wanted to ask. And if you want to check the car, make sure you check it
Before you buy it.
before you sign anything, before you give them
Okay.
money, right? And pretty much look at the paperwork carefully, either leasing or buying. I think that's it.
Oh, okay. But it's
It might sound easy.
It might sound easy,
Yeah.
but reality doesn't turn out that way.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Has so many things to consider, and at last, Paul, maybe you can continue your personal story of buying cars. You still feel excited when buying the new car? Do you still checking the car's website and just?
I have to. I'm in the business every day.
Yeah, of course. But besides that, for your personal interests.
I honestly, I'm checking every day for certain cars that I might put in the garage forever, just to, just
just to
collect
enjoy,
them.
yeah,
Just to collect them.
Yeah.
Certain Porsches, I wouldn't say any more than that, but certain Porsches.
Yeah, let's continue your story next time.
Okay, sure.
At the exact time, 12:15, and we will talk to Paul next week. And please check our official accounts, Bos Auto, and we will see you guys next week. Have a great weekend.
Have a nice weekend.